Help me hit 1,000 subscribers. Support the video with a like and share your thoughts in the comments. I read everyone. Thank you. Ethan Miller leaned against the kitchen counter, staring at his phone with a mix of curiosity and unease. The morning sunlight filtered through the blinds, cutting golden stripes across the room, but it did nothing to warm the chill crawling up his spine. His wife, Claire, was in the shower, humming softly, a sound that always made him feel comforted. Yet today, that comfort was tinged with unease. A notification flashed on his screen. A message from Claire's coworker, Vanessa. "I miss your smile." Ethan's stomach sank. He knew Vanessa well enough. Friendly, flirty, the kind of coworker who blurred the lines just enough to make small things feel significant. But the words staring back at him on the screen felt like a threat. Without thinking, he typed a reply. "Claire misses her smile too. She's just in the shower right now, but she'll text you when she's out." He hit send before he could second-guess himself. Almost immediately, his hand trembled. What had he just done? Was this overstepping, or was it protective? He couldn't tell. The shower turned off. Claire's voice called from the bathroom, cheerful and unaware. "Ethan, did you grab my towel?" "I got it," he said, forcing calm into his voice. His heart pounded, a strange rhythm of guilt and adrenaline. "Vanessa texted?" Claire emerged, steam curling around her hair, wrapped in a fluffy white towel. "Yeah, just a normal message." "Why? Did you reply?" Ethan hesitated. Yeah, I just said you'd text her back." Claire raised an eyebrow, curious but unconcerned. Thanks." She smiled, and for a second, Ethan almost felt normal again. Almost. Then, a sudden ring pierced the air. The doorbell. Both of them froze. "Who could that be?" Claire asked, her voice calm but cautious. Ethan's mind raced. He hadn't told Vanessa where they lived. She couldn't possibly. Could she? His pulse quickened. "I'll check," he said, trying to mask the dread. He opened the door. Vanessa stood there, arms crossed, her usual bright smile replaced by something sharper, more calculated. Behind her, a bouquet of white lilies balanced in her hand like an offering or a warning. "Vanessa." Ethan started, but the words felt hollow. "I came by to see Claire," she said, her voice smooth but edged with something dangerous. "She seemed unavailable this morning." Ethan felt his chest tighten. "Claire's in the shower. You should." "I know," Vanessa interrupted, stepping forward. "I just wanted to check on her. Make sure she's okay." Something in her tone didn't sit right. Ethan felt the old instincts kick in, the protective, almost obsessive part of him that refused to let anyone mess with the life he had built. "I think she's fine," he said, holding the door firmly. "Maybe you should call her instead." Vanessa's eyes narrowed slightly. "Call her? I wanted to talk. In person. Isn't that better?" Claire stepped out, toweling her hair, confusion written across her face. "Ethan, what's going on?" Vanessa's gaze flicked to Claire, softening just enough to seem sincere. "Just missed your smile," she said again, the same words from the text. Only now they felt heavier, more menacing. Ethan stepped slightly in front of Claire, a silent barrier. "She's busy. You should go." Vanessa tilted her head, a slow, deliberate gesture that made Ethan's stomach turn. Then she smiled, not warm but knowing. "Of course," she said. But instead of leaving, she lingered at the threshold, the bouquet in one hand, a phone in the other. Suddenly, the doorbell rang again. Ethan's heart jumped. "Who?" Claire's eyes widened. "Ethan, wait." Before he could react, a text notification flashed across Vanessa's phone, clearly visible to both of them. "Thanks for the reply. I'll be over later." Ethan felt a cold wave crash over him. She had lied. This wasn't innocent. This wasn't friendly. He grabbed her arm gently but firmly. "Listen, Vanessa. I don't know what you think you're doing, but you're crossing a line. You need to leave. Now." Vanessa laughed softly, almost a whisper, and took a step back, holding up the lilies. "Fine for now, but don't think this is over." And just like that, she turned and walked down the porch, leaving the lilies behind. Ethan stared at the flowers, a symbol of intrusion, of threat, of something that had silently crept into their lives. Claire stepped closer, wrapping her arms around him. "Ethan, are you okay?" He nodded, swallowing the knot in his throat. "I will be, but we need to be careful. Some people, they see boundaries as suggestions, not rules." She looked down at the lilies, then back at him, understanding dawning in her eyes. She didn't text anything inappropriate. It was just a friendly message. Ethan shook his head. Friendly doesn't come with flowers at your doorstep and a smile like she's plotting something. The rest of the day was a tense blur. Every notification, every knock, every passing shadow felt like a threat. Ethan found himself checking the locks twice, clearing the driveway, and keeping his phone close. By evening, Claire and Ethan had managed a fragile calm, sitting together in the living room. The lilies sat on the coffee table between them, a silent reminder. "You know," Claire said quietly, resting her head on his shoulder, "I never realized how protective you are, but I appreciate it. I'm glad you replied for me." Ethan kissed the top of her hair, a mixture of relief and lingering tension. "I'll always protect you, Claire. No one texts, no one knocks, no one," his voice faltered. "No one crosses the line." Claire smiled, squeezing his hand. "We're okay, for now." But as Ethan glanced at the bouquet, he couldn't shake the feeling that Vanessa's words, "I miss your smile," weren't finished. And somewhere deep in his chest, a seed of unease had been planted, a reminder that not all threats announce themselves, and some can arrive with a smile. That night, as they turned off the lights, the lilies reflected the dim glow of the living room lamp, silent and innocent looking, but Ethan knew better. In the quiet moments, when the world feels safe, danger can arrive quietly. In words, in gestures, in a smile meant to unsettle the foundation of everything you hold dear. And for Ethan Miller, that lesson had just begun.